You got to break the cycle. You can't create more suffering to avoid the suffering you're already in. You have to actually face what it is you're experiencing. And you have to feel what it's causing within. That's the only way you heal it. So anybody watching this, look at what situation you have in your life that makes you extremely uncomfortable. Whatever it is, whatever thoughts you have in your mind space, whatever thoughts about your life you have in your mind space, whatever feelings towards others and yourself you have in your heart, you got to actually acknowledge what's in these spaces. And then the healing begins when you as the human are tired of experiencing whatever suffering, which is just negative energy, going on within the field of the physical. So the way you shift that is, you have to understand this concept. If you're the one thinking, who's the one hearing the thought? Or if you're the one who hears the thought, who's the one thinking it? You have two in one. We have two brains that serve separate functions. And most people on the planet are functioning from the left side of the lobe first, which is the ego part of the brain, which is the negative side of the brain, which is the polarity of the brain itself. We're two beings in one. You want to know where we come from? We have two brains that's connected by the corpus callosum in the center of the brain that holds the pineal gland. And then your spine is an extension of your brain. All of this matters. This is all within the brain. Everything that we experience is all a holographic projection of our brain space through the heart space. It really is this. That's what all this is about. You got to get this right. You got to get this straight. You got to get this flowing properly for this to work optimally. And you got to trust what this tells you as far as feelings. This is the seat of your intuition. Your intuition comes from your heart space and your feeling. If you're not feeling, if you're not allowing yourself to feel emotions, whether you express them or not is another story. That's retained energy. But as long as you are aware that they're there, you have the promise of opening up. You've got to open up, let the cracks, let the light in so it can expose the darkness held within the cavity of the body. And when I say darkness, I mean negativity. That's all it is. Negativity is not who we are. Negativity is not who you are. It's not what we are of. We are organically hardwired in love. The programming is the fear, which is the way the matrix system is being run right now. It's projection, 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 fear, consume, fear, consume, fear, consume, fear, consume. They don't project light and love. It's always projecting fear, consume, more, more, more. Sex, 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 drugs, 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 love, love, love. No, what? Sex, drugs, love? No, it doesn't make sense. They're not going to project love, love when they're projecting sex, violence. That if you look, that's what's being projected in the world. What do you see on TV? I mean, unless you're watching the Hallmark Channel. If you seek this stuff, you can find the good stuff. But in the great big mess, it's all the shit that's meant to keep you stuck. But if you can stop giving a shit about all that stuff that keeps you stuck, which is an illusion of joy, you will break free from the programming imposed upon you. And then you can turn around and take this programming and then impose it back upon them. Or you could say, you know what? I see your programming. I'm not going to partake in it. I'm going to come in with a whole new way. And I'm going to say, hey, how about this? Because you never know until you try. And I've always been told, you never know until you ask. What's the worst thing someone says? No? Okay. You got to really decide what you want. And then go get it. Stop allowing yourself to only receive what someone else is telling you or how someone else is telling you you can receive it. Namaste. Have a great day.